You're listening to Forge Theater Labs.
Where does that idea come from?
A podcast devoted to exploring theater history.
Is anything that original?
Concepts in storytelling.
Isn't that just an assumption?
And the creation of theater from behind the scenes.
How do they even do that?
This is Forge Theater Labs.
History, innovation, perspective.
Hey, it's Sam, your friendly neighborhood sound designer. At each of our live shows, we offer floor time to guest artists to share their own stories. The following are their performances at Cassidy Point during the Circular Series.
Parker Hough is an actor currently based in Portland. He is a recent graduate from Drew University, where he received a bachelor's in theater arts. Parker is a founding company member of Portland Theater Festival, where he has worked as an actor, assistant stage manager, and production assistant. His most recent credits include The Minotaur and The Lightning Thief, which he performed at Drew University. He would like to thank his friends and families for their unyielding support. He will be presenting a monologue from his upcoming development play, Uncertainty.
Hello, my name is Liam Hayward. I have the honor and privilege of being the class of 2019's valedictorian. It's kind of crazy to me to be standing up here in front of you all. I'm not your student-elected speaker. I'm here simply because I did well in some classes. Honestly, I feel like a lot of you probably don't know me, and you don't. And I don't know you. I don't know what I'm supposed to say, to be honest. Google said to mention some story from my childhood, but that felt kind of silly. Yeah, I think this day is really weird. The whole thing, like this, the ceremony, all of it. I've been trying to think, what am I supposed to say to you? I don't know any more than you. I feel like I actually know less than when I got here. I feel like the more I experience life, the more questions I have, the less answers I know. And maybe that's just how it goes. Maybe we are just living in constant pursuit of the unknown. And maybe that's okay. The world is scary. That's the truth. The unknown is scary. But what if it wasn't? What if it was exciting instead? I think we spend so much time focusing on the negative of things, the awful things of the world, and it's hard not to. I mean, sometimes it really feels like the world is falling apart. You ask yourself things like, what would I do tomorrow if the world ended? And that sounds like a scary question. But what if it wasn't? What if it was exciting instead? What if we lived every day like it was our last? What if we spent our time, our lives, as if tomorrow it was going to end? And instead of getting sad at that, we got excited. Excited at the possibility, excited at the unknown. Because life should be exciting. And you have so much to be excited about. You are wonderful and smart and creative, and who cares if you're not the best at history, English, or bio, or whatever? None of that matters, because nothing is promised. Nothing but death. And that sounds sad. But doesn't that also mean that anything can happen? That you can do anything? Be anything at all? A famous actor or a musician, an astrophysicist, a computer engineer, or maybe a pirate. I don't know. I think that's pretty amazing.
Sam Fin Cutler. Sam is a songwriter, musician, and actor who has been writing songs on and off since he was a teenager. He takes influence from folk, blues, and the dad rock he grew up with. He strives to always write lyrics with honesty and vulnerability, most recently writing about his experience of getting sober.
I've never been to the Rockies. I've never been to Shanghai. I've never been to the Scottish Highlands. I've never been to Dubai. I wanna go every place I know. Wanna know where the dusty road ends. Well, at least I've been to rock bottom, so I don't have to go there again. I've seen the bottoms of bottles. I've seen the sun coming up. I've seen the ashes of bridges I've burned. Poured myself another cup. I've seen the way no one knows what to say, and I've seen the look on her face. Yes, I've seen the view from rock bottom. Not going back to that place. Oh, I've had my head in the toilet. I've had my head in the sand. I've disappointed my family and friends, and I've been a shell of a man. I couldn't see any reason to be, so I chose to not be at all. Yes, I climbed to the roof of rock bottom. I tried to step forward and fall. I've tried to drown my shame and drink all my regrets. I've blacked out just to block the pain of things I can't forget. And once I thought that 25 was as old as I would get, but I'm better now, and you ain't seen nothing yet. I'm gonna go to the Rockies. I'm gonna go to Shanghai. I'm gonna see all that there is to see. I'm gonna laugh, I'm gonna cry. I'm gonna give it my all. And if I'm gonna fall, well, it's better than living in fear. 'Cause I'm coming up from rock bottom. I like it better up here. Yes, I'm coming up from rock bottom, and I like it better up here.
Tara has been teaching, performing, and otherwise thinking about improv for over 25 years, which sometimes feels like a very long time, and sometimes feels like no time at all. She is a founding member of a long-form improv company, Yes & Co., in Portland, Maine, and producer of the women's comedy collective You Should Smile More from northern New England, and was a 10-year cast member and former artistic director of Stranger Than Fiction in New Hampshire. She co-founded the Improvised Puppet Project in Portland, Maine, and the Unscripted Theater Company in San Francisco, California, and has trained with Keith Johnstone, David Rozowski, and teachers at BATS Improv, UCB, Magnet Theater, and Improv Boston. She has performed at theaters and festivals from Ireland to California and has taught improv to clowns, shy people, public defenders, and everyone in between.
Thank you. That was more of a written bio and less of a spoken bio, but here we are. I'm going to tell you a story that I am calling How I Went from Theater Kid to Improv Nerd, or How I Stopped Worrying and Came to Love Yes and. When this story begins, it is September of 1990. And I am standing outside the dance studio on the second floor of the theater building on my college campus. And my palms are sweating, my heart is racing, and I'm about to leave my comfort zone in the biggest possible way. Let's jump back even further into the past, the ancient past. In high school, I was a theater kid, right? My high school was not particularly academically vigorous. It was very sports-oriented and weirdly competitive in the one-act play festival. No idea why, but this was a thing that we did. And so every year we would go, whatever campus was hosting that year, we would go and woo, Theater Kid Weekend. Imagine a high school filled with teenagers. Take that energy level and multiply it by 20 bazillion, because it's theater kids, and that's kind of the vibe. So we go there, and all the theater kids are mixing, and wherever you go, like out of the corner of your eye, or maybe completely blocking your path down the middle of a hallway, there are people playing theater games everywhere, like whoop, what, everywhere. And I am horrified by this. This is the most terrifying, terrible thing that I can imagine in my whole life, because A, I am an introvert. I still am an introvert, and I was more of an introvert then. So the idea of casually walking up to a bunch of strangers and being like, hey, let's hang out, no, that's a non-starter. Second of all, the idea of getting up on a stage and not knowing what you're gonna say or do, or how you're going to say or do it, that horrified me. That was terrible. I wanted nothing to do with these shenanigans. So I did my thing, stayed on the outskirts, let them do their theater games thing. So, cut to where I'm standing now. Feet are sweating now, hands are sweating. And because, of course, to justify the performing arts major, there are scores of required classes. We had art classes, we had to take music classes, we had to take literature classes, and we had to take an improv class. And that was, I saw it in the list, and I was like, I can go later, take that later, take that later. And now it's later. It's very much later. And I keep touching my screen. So it's 1990. The shenanigans have caught up with me. And here I am in my stocking feet, because of course it's a dance studio, right? So can't have your shoes on. And I'm trying to make myself step into that studio theater and get this over with. Okay, at the time, I was sure I was probably going to die, or drop the class, or drop the major. Turns out I did none of those things. Turns out I loved it. I didn't love it at first. At first, it was scary. It took a couple of weeks, but then I had fun. And then I had more fun. And then it was magic, and I stopped wanting to do anything else. Mind you, I was terrible. We were all terrible. I've gotten better, and that class changed my life. Thank you.
Hey there, Josh Shu here. If you've been enjoying our episodes and the stories we bring to life, there are a couple of easy ways that you can help us keep the fire burning. First, hit that subscribe button wherever you're listening so you never miss an episode. And if you want to take your support to the next level, you can buy us a coffee or even join our Patreon, helping us create more bold, design-forward, and innovative theater experiences. You'll find all the links on our website at forgetheaterlabs.com. Your support, whether it's a subscription, a donation, or just sharing the show with friends, makes a huge difference. Thanks for helping us forge ahead. At Forge Theater Labs, we want this podcast to be as collaborative as it was when we created it. That's where you come in. Have an idea for a future episode, a guest you'd love to hear from, or just thoughts on how we can make the show even better? Feel free to email us at info@forgetheaterlabs.com. Your voice shapes the stories we tell, so don't be shy. Let us know what you think.
Megan Tripaldi is an actor, internationally produced playwright, educator, poet, and mom living and working in Portland, Maine. They graduated from the University of Southern Maine with a BA of Theater in 2012 and received a master's degree in playwriting from Goddard College in 2023.
This song is called Skilla from my musical Between the Underworld and Sky, going up at Port Fringe this June. Light of the sky, the sun up in his chariot so bright. The neglected child, part of them and part of something else. The haves and have-nots. To act is treason, to stay is complacency. Magic's work so right and so wrong, changing me. When your body then betrays your heart, you're to blame right from the start. When you can't fulfill what you were born to do, they turn their sorry eyes to the gods. And you become what they called you. 'Cause the curses that you use are used against you. Beauty was far away, a cast that was never meant for me. So destructible, my love was never truly meant to be. I had a burning desire, a power I had no idea how to use. I made a monster from the monster lurking just outside their view. When the man said no and you fought back, you got a scarlet letter on your back. When the world can see the hurt in you, they turn their sorry eyes to the gods. And you become what they called you. 'Cause the curses that you use are used against you. When you try to use your voice, and your body won't give you a choice, and your heart is screaming, listen to me, and you've cracked open for the world to see. When the man said no and you fought back, you got a tighten noose around your neck. When the world can see how they've broken you, you almost wish you were what they called you. 'Cause they would be so afraid to touch you.
Ashanti Williams was born in Seattle, Washington in 1976 and lived a majority of his life in Englewood, New Jersey. Since then, he's lived in Maine. Ashanti has worked as a corrections officer at York County Jail, has become the first black city councilman for Biddeford, and has since become a well-known actor in the Portland community. Performing in productions of Passover, Lion in Winter, and Angels in America Part 1 and 2, his next endeavors are performing at the Portland Theater Festival in Primary Trust and Lend Me a Soprano at the Good Theater in 2026.
This is a fly love song. Here's a little story that must be told about a man without self-love till 42 years old, who moved up to this state in a crisis that was midlife, a soon-to-be marriage that gave birth to a midwife. I mean, she was all right, but when I'm up all night working as a CEO with coworkers who's mentally alt-right, my mind continued to rot from the abundance of culture shock. Battling these people mentally and physically, I had to make a couple of bodies drop. Instead of coming home to a partner who gave me props, we kept all the love on her and her aspirations of owning a cookie shop. Stop. I thought we agreed that in a few years of achieving your dream that I would get the same energy too. No way. Your acting career is through. Besides, you weren't even that good anyway in the first place. Love you. I need you to be a better husband and get realistic. Keep that 9 to 5 to make my life, ours, more simplistic. But with these abilities that we're gifted, I'm not sure if we... She's not even hearing me. Fuck it. I'm getting lifted. Because around that time, I heard that the marijuana was decriminalized. And it was my time to hit it. And when I did, I was mesmerized. It took off my disguise and said, my brother, open your eyes. You got this gift in you. Just open it. It's a big surprise. And like these fumes from the blunt in my hand, I started to rise. To be or not to be, I got some odds to defy. Seemed like this Gorilla Glue was improving my mental health. I started a new journey into me, where I started asking myself, is it about the destination or more about the path? I love the way you're thinking, my king. That English is good, my G, but you got to start doing the math. Do you want to remain a couple or just give a half? I felt like Zach Galifianakis visualizing the air with these graphs. Oh, hey, honey. Babe, we need to talk about how you're not being good enough. Oh, her voice, it sounded like chalk. We need to see a counselor. We need to figure it out, how we can make you a better partner so we don't go another route. In the back of my head, this voice spoke up to me. I know you have a French background, but what is all this we? Let me tell you, after that first marriage counselor started taking my side, she insisted we take a different one, and number 2 did the same thing. Surprise, surprise. Not much to say after that, it just fizzled out. I guess I'm headed home to Jersey. No, that's not the route. Got the divorce, moved on to Main Street, even though I was worried and warned not to go there because the locals are always packing heat. Man, I'm from New Jersey. That ain't nothing to me. Plus, it's only $5.50 a month and hot water and heat. Shit. Felt like I was on Baltic Ave, dealing with all the aftermath, monopolized my time with smoking because I'd rather have my blunt burn than crash. It's funny, I had to laugh. What did you do, you stupid ass? You gave her everything, no support system, not even a friend to puff and pass. And that's the thing. That little voice came back and started shoving me in front of a mirror asking, you fool, when are you ever gonna start loving me? I'm the powder keg you need. I say that not to alarm or disarm, because you're gonna find out, my brother, one day how you're the bomb. Oh, I love that voice. And it was right. I'm so explosive with so many forms, shares, and types. When this pen hits the paper, especially talking about my people's gripes, I felt like that's when I'm at my best, and my life started to change after that George Floyd protest. During COVID in Mechanics Park, I spoke my piece in front of all walks of life, wanting better police, heaven forbid. The mayor, he was a teacher to all these people in town. Came up to me and said, pleasure to meet you, haven't seen you around. What he said out there today really meant a bunch to a community that needs unity. You and I should have lunch. And a year later, I couldn't believe it. If you haven't already heard, I'm the Casman appoints yours truly, 4th Ward Bedford City Councilor. Gotta admit, all that time did seem like a blur. I was already burning the candle at both ends and lost to Bobby Mills in the elections. Grr. No regrets. I love this whole loving myself thing because it's awesome. I blossom. Creativity just rising me and bringing me out of my coffin. I wanted to act again. How, where, why, when, and more importantly, is it worth it in the end? But of course, my friend, you are not a cosmic orphan, and I had to grin. Let's bring out the pad and pen. Jot these things down and see if your boy can win. I'm almost at the end. I'm about to wrap it up. Thank you for taking your time. I can be a little bit too much. Let's just say you've seen me on commercials and on local TV, or maybe you've seen my face on the walls in Portland in the airport. That's right. That's me. Oh, the love I received from that play that I did, Passover. Sometimes I think about my ex and I want to say, see, told you. Whatever, it's over. No need to be bitter, especially what's happening now. I just thank myself for not being a quitter. The purpose of this piece may come off a little selfish, but it's rooted in self-love, so humbly I relish. These memories don't live like these people do. I guess I'm asking you all, have you even begun loving you? Be honest, keep it to yourself, but be true. If you haven't begun yet, I've got a path for you. Take it from me, my experience is just a taste. I learned something about myself daily. Hey, by the way, I just found out I'm a baritone bass. I know, right? I can't believe it. This feeling on my face. I'm sorry, gonna stay humble, exit with grace. But I digress and confess, love yourself. Nevertheless, no matter if your neck is up in a mess or you have a million things on your chest, just know you're beautiful inside and stay bona fide. Take it from this black man with pride, with a little story to be told about a ride inside.
Hey there, Josh Hough again. Want to get your brand in front of a passionate, creative, and engaged audience? Forge Theater Labs is looking for partners to sponsor this podcast and join us in bringing bold, innovative theater to life. If you'd like to place an ad right here, reach out to us at marketing@forgetheaterlabs.com. It's a simple, powerful way to support the arts while sharing your message with listeners who care about creativity and community. Again, that's marketing@forgetheaterlabs.com. Let's build something extraordinary together.
Amanda Eaton is an actor, improviser, director, singer, writer, choreographer, and teaching artist based in Portland. She holds a bachelor's in theater and a minor in dance from Maine and is a grad of the Second City, Chicago. Amanda has had the pleasure of working with Mad Horse, Portland Stage, Acorn, Phoenix, CMTM, and Penobscot Theater, to name just a few of the amazing companies in Maine. Amanda is a co-producer and founder of You Should Smile More Comedy and an ensemble member with Capital City Improv and Empire Comedy Improv. When she is not working in the arts, she can be found riding her bike and exploring the woods and waters of Maine. Amanda is proudly represented by Dirigo Talent Agency.
Hello, Sydney. It's me, Play-Doh. I'm calling you from my cave made of Play-Doh. Yes, Sydney, commercialism has gotten to me too. I've been in this cave for so long, Sydney. The shadows in the depths of my mind. I feel I'm becoming someone else, Sydney. The shadows, they come. A person named Amanda. The memories, they're here, Sydney. Amanda, Amanda, Amanda. The memories. She was in a social issues-based theater company, a touring theater company, which didn't stop often for bathroom breaks. she peed her pants. She improvised for the first time on stage, not her last, but it was too iconic of a song not to notice. La 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 la, la 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 la. La 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 la. She played a murderer so convincingly, her new boyfriend thought she truly may be a psycho. Not method actor, it's all pretend. Just playing character. Oh, not gonna kill ya, it's all pretend. She picked up a fallen prop in a blackout. Oh no, is she okay? That flat fell on her head and she was like, hey. Oh no, that was a thud. Hit on the noggin and probably should be drugged. And then she had a costume malfunction. She was in a show as a half-dressed girl, bra strap snapped. Oh, what should she do? All the eyes were staring 'cause her headlight was glaring. It was filming night 2. Ah! Sydney, I'm back. More has happened and is happening, like right now. Theater is dangerous in 2025 and has always been. And I have to admit, the poetry, the songs. All right, Sydney, I guess it added a little bit of something. Oh, the shadows, they come back. Rescue me from this cave, Sydney. Talk to you later. Bye.
Next, we have Portland local Cory Melancon to play us a song he's written just this week called Kill with Kindness.
And the beauty of the field in which we play. There's no use asking questions when they dance around the answers anyway. Like the sun tan through the window, television is telling you not to go outside. I don't know if I really believe it though. My soul says they're taking me, take me for a ride. Eye for an eye, tooth for a tooth. And to tell you the truth, there's no place to run and hide. See through the blindness. Makes me wanna kill you, kill you, kill you, kill you, kill you with kindness. Love. Thanks.
Ryan Higgins is a musician and a songwriter based in Portland, Maine. He's the primary songwriter of the psych pop outfit Greasy Grass. Their songs often include elements of garage music, unbridled psychedelia, tight vintage pop, cosmic American twang, R&B, and improvisational groove. They are working on a debut album due out in 2025.
Cracks in the season, the dim in the lights. You notice pariahs that prefer the night. That's when you know the reason why. Stepped into nothing, you know, oh no, live or die. Don't want no redemption. Don't need no peace. We live in a body, the belly of the beast. That's where you know a good reason why. Hold on tight. Into nothing, you know, oh no, live or die.
This episode features performances by Parker Hough, Sam Fin Cutler, Tara McDonough, Megan Tripaldi, Ashanti Williams, Amanda Eaton, Cory Melancon, and Ryan Higgins. Forge Theater Labs is produced by Josh Shue, with audio production by me, Sam Rapaport. Thank you for listening to Season 0 of Forge Theater Labs.